So who remembers what happened last time?
I went
I
down the toilet.
do.
Ben and Jordan almost got fucking murked.
Let me
And we are on our way back to rescue them.
share screen. Instagram, let's go live.
I don't know if I mentioned I now have 2 campaigns that I play on Sundays.
Nice.
So I've got a couple hour buffer between the games, but in the future it might be literally going from one game directly into the next.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm probably gonna do the same, but mine's not gonna be till like late at night because they don't get off till, like 10 o'clock.
Oh Jesus. I couldn't imagine playing that late.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have a game night on Mondays.
Do you guys remember when we used to play until like midnight, 1 in the morning?
We only did
Those
that
were
with
the days.
Ryan's campaign, bro. Like,
Everybody else was like respectable. They were like, okay, we're gonna have a few hours, and then Ryan was like, okay, I've got a
Yeah.
7-hour session for you.
yeah,
This is the 1980s where D&D is, a 12-hour ordeal.
yeah. No, I remember that, and I remember that Matt had to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Dude, Matt had to get it, and we told him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we're almost done, you guys. We're almost done.
And
it
then
was
like an hour later,
1:15 it's like 1:15 in the morning, and you're like, okay, I gotta go home. I've got kids.
yeah. And it's like, dude, give us something. And I'm not talking trash here, but
It was a fun campaign. I appreciated playing. It's just like it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with.
yeah,
It felt a little bit more like a chore than a game.
yeah, no, definitely. Did you know that his players that he's been running in his other campaign, they're still only level 7, and he's been doing it for over a year and a half now?
Holy fucking shit, dude. I could not imagine.
No, dude. I
You
was
think
like,
he's doing experience points or landmark?
he's doing landmark.
Christ, why are his landmarks so far apart?
That-
They must be some boring fucking players then.
No,
Yeah, they must not do anything. They're like, okay, we're gonna have a shopping episode 7 weeks in a row.
no, dude. I've played with them before. I'm pretty sure.
It's like Daphne and them, right?
Yeah, no, they
Yeah,
do
they're
stuff.
not boring. They do stuff.
Yeah, they do stuff. And when I told him, I'm like, how's your campaign going and shit like that, he's all like, oh yeah. I'm like, what level are your people now? He's like, they're level 7. I'm like, level 7 still? He's like, I'm really frugal with my level ups. I'm like, dude, what the
Really?
fuck?
Oh, did you guys hear that he got a new job?
Yeah,
He finally got out of King Supers.
yeah.
It only took him an extra, what, 2-3
Yeah.
years past us?
Yeah, but good for
Bro,
him, though.
I know. Yeah, he's an insurance salesman now. It's fucking
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, good for him, man.
He loves
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I told him, man. I'm like, you gotta get the fuck out of that. All right, anyways, so back on track. Vinbin. Yes, you were escaping a dark elf, a drow, that had been wandering around, and she'd been calling out, trying to look for anybody in the room and stuff like that. And you guys appeared, and you guys got into a little bit of a tuffle. And you made your escape by jumping down the royal bathroom, down the toilet, down the sides, and you bounced off and you landed up on the second floor. And as you were coming up, you saw a pair of big gray cheeks coming toward you. You startled the GIF. He fell over. You popped out. You said, "Get the fuck out of the way." And the rest of you had just got done battling in the training grounds, and you had heard the call, and you guys are now headed towards the royal quarters. I believe you guys were going to use Dimension Door, but we will see when we get to that. Binbin, you're crawling out of the toilet. The GIF is frantically pulling up his pants, and he stands upright, and he's quite startled.
Sorry that I startled you, but I was getting my ass kicked. Fucking need some help to kill this motherfucker.
What are you talking about? He like grabs his gun and like kind of like puts it at the ready. Who? What is going on?
We were looking for someone. We were looking for someone who was trying to poison the king. I think we found the person, and they started attacking us. And the only way I could get out alive is going through the goddamn toilet. Let's not worry about it now. Let's get Captain Poe and let's all go together and fucking find this person.
Actually, as you're saying that, the GIF looks up. You both hear screaming through the hallways. You could hear Captain Poe kind of in the distance, or you can hear him screaming and yelling, and you can hear shuffling through the hallways. The GIF automatically looks over at you and then runs straight for the door, swings it open, and then just goes running down the hallway.
I follow him.
Okay, cool. All right.
All hands to battle stations.
So all these GIF come running, and they're all going up the stairs. And as you're getting over there, you actually see other GIF running from downstairs, coming up, and then running up more flights of stairs. Are you following them back up?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. All right.
Could I possibly send a message to Captain Poe as well while we're running?
Sure. I think you
I'm just
already
gonna-
did, didn't you?
I sent him the one. I was gonna send him another.
Yeah, go
and
for
I was
it.
gonna say secure all points of egress. Let no one escape.
Okay. Awesome. So you write that. Cheshire had actually come out here and gotten this guy, and they both came back in here, into the bathroom. The door has been splintered open. What are you guys doing on the training grounds exactly? How are you guys getting up here?
Well, you mean, so we're on Onion right now, so we're hauling ass until we're close enough to Dimension Door or whatever.
Okay. So you guys are pretty much at this point. You're right next to the palace. You guys should be able to Dimension Door because it's 500 feet, right?
Yeah.
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 So
I'm gonna put Onion away. I'm gonna send a message to Cheshire, seeing as you can operate as him, if I can do so, just to ask him where the fight is, if the fight has still, if anything's changed, if we're still heading in the right direction, just updates.
Okay, yeah. So he replies back to you guys. You guys all hear this. He says that he just retrieved one of the GIF guards that were outside the door, who was already heading toward the door as he heard some of the commotion. And they went back to the scene over by the bathrooms, and neither the assassin nor Vinbin were there. However, you guys did hear Vinbin. I do believe Vinbin told you guys that he was heading down the shitter.
So, can I message Vinbin and ask if he's being followed?
All right. So first off, what are we doing? You guys have gotten to the palace. You guys dimension dooring in, or you guys not? How are you playing this
Well,
out?
that's
Quick question.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm assuming after we left the training grounds, like everything returned back to normal, like keys, spell slots, health, etc.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'll relay that that I'm with Captain Poe going back upstairs.
Okay.
I'm saying that like she was very adamant on killing me, so she could be trying to come after me, but I haven't seen her.
All right. Cool.
I'm just trying to stay like the middle of the GIF, of like the entire group of the GIF.
Right.
They
Right.
said that they can't find the assassin, right?
They said that.
It's-
Yeah, up in the bathroom, the GIF and Cheshire that were up there do not see the assassin.
I'm gonna turn to Ragnar and I'm gonna say, do you know where those toilets lead? They have to lead out somewhere.
I don't know where the toilets go, but we could, I guess.
You guys are actually on the northern side, near where the shit is, where it drops down into in like this little sewer, this sewer vent that leads into like an underground sewer.
I think we should
I think we've
wait
answered our own
here.
question.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
think we should wait here until we get an update from one of the GIF.
I feel like that you guys have been around the palace grounds before when you guys were out like training Onion
Yeah.
or out and about. You guys kind of got a feel for where things were at, so you guys do know where like all the shitters end, and it's
Sweet.
kind of like a hole in the ground that leads to a sewer grate and an underground sewer tunnel.
I think we should wait here to see if somebody comes popping out. I think it would be best if
question,
we.
did Gorilla follow us?
Yes, Gorilla and LT both followed you guys. Yes.
Well, since Gorilla is like a earth elemental, will she be able to like raise a earthen wall to like block the exit of Shitter?
She can mold earth. Yes.
Mold shit.
Yeah, she can mold shit.
I mean, perhaps like
I don't think she'd be able to block
Gorilla could block off.
the entirety of it. She might. I think in order for her to do that, she would actually have to cause physical damage to it. Does that make sense? Like after you block off the shitter with what Gorilla can do with using some of her earth elemental spells, you would have to have guys come out and kind of shovel out and then rebuild the structure. Does that make sense?
So it would cause structural damage to the castle.
It would cause structural damage to the immediately where all of the shit would go. Yes.
Yeah, we don't want a shit pile up.
I guess if that's, I mean, you guys can suggest it, and then I'll roll to see if she does it or if she doesn't do it. But I just want to throw that out there that you might have a clogged toilet or two with all those GIF and everything else like that. But I mean, it's up to you guys.
I'm gonna send a message.
I'm thinking that they could just do a latrine. They could do a latrine for a while.
they could just chill. It's fine. Not a big
shit
deal.
outside.
Yeah.
Fucking poser.
You're like get the barrels. We're gonna start shoveling shit and burning shit.
They're fucking sailors. I'm sure they've dealt with weirder.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Well, yeah, but if you're out in the ocean, you just throw the shit overboard.
Yeah, we'll just do that here. We'll just throw it over the castle walls.
Yeah, there you go.
It's called reinforcing the walls from the inside and out.
All right, yeah. Do you
Like
guys?
a beetle.
Are we suggesting that? Are we suggesting this to Gorilla or?
Ragnar votes that working plumbing
Gorilla,
is a necessity.
What would you be able to do to block the escape? I mean, maybe not damage the pipes, but would you be able to provide at least block off some of the escape tunnels?
Her and Elsie kind of look at each other, and they both kind of nod to you, and Elsie's like, "We'll wait at the entrance tunnels. Gorilla will put up a barrier, and anything that comes that way, I'll create a wind barrier, and they won't be able to get past us."
Is that something that works for everybody else? That way we can get up and maybe.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They already
Cheshire's still dealing with.
they already left. They immediately started running towards the shitter hatch, and they hopped down that bitch, and they're in the sewers right now.
Gross.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a little sewer area, you know, like there's a little platform that you can hop down into and then walk along the side, and the shit drops into like some watery flow through some barred grates and shit like that. So, still gross, but yes. All right, so LT and Gorilla are down there. And you guys are just chilling off to the side, waiting.
We heard from Vinbin since.
Vinbin said he's heading upstairs with Captain Poe. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before he gets up there?
I was just gonna send him a message and say, keep us updated. Let us know if you find the drow.
All right, awesome.
And then I think Matt and I are gonna just. I'm going to open the book and I'm gonna ready myself like 20 feet from the exit of the shitters.
Okay, cool. So Captain Poe gets up there. Vinbin, you get up there. A couple more GIF get up there. They boop. 2, Okay. Seeing as there's only like 8 GIF or so, they'll have 4 up there. Captain Poe's up here with you. He tells the other ones to kind of patrol the gates, lock down all the different areas. So they have about 1 GIF on each floor and a couple of GIF at the gates entrance, and they're all kind of looking around doing patrols. So they come running up, and they burst in to the door. Captain Poe, search every corner. Leave no stone unturned. And so all of his men are out and about looking for stuff.
Or toilet lid.
Yeah, he runs over. The GIF reports in to Captain GIF, or Captain Poe.
Captain Gift.
Yeah, Captain GIF. The assassin is gone, Captain. I don't know exactly what happened or what's going on. I do know there was some sort of a scuffle. Yes, of course. Keep your eyes on the toilet. And he like gives him a salute, and as kind of comical as it seems, they don't seem to care. He runs over there and he keeps watch at the ready, his gun ready to blast anything that may or may not pop up out of the fucking toilets. Where do we proceed from here, Master Halfling?
I'm sorry, but if she was trying to come after me, she most likely jumped down the toilet with me.
Yes.
She might not have known which one I exited, so she could be in any floor, or she could be in the sewers.
Indeed. I will have my men patrolling regularly on the floors. We will return to what floor did you pop out of? Exactly.
The second one.
Indeed. So he
And then, as I say all this, I'm also having my ear mics. All the rest of the team hears me talking to Poe.
Okay, and you guys can kind of hear Poe in the background. Everybody kind of looks under beds, under tables. All the GIF are actually moving very, very swiftly. And wait, let's see here. Yep, they're moving kind of swiftly. They've looked all around the entirety of the area. They've actually opened up the armoires and the dressers, and just kind of really ransacked the place. Captain Poe gave the orders for the guys to go down to the 3rd and 2nd floor and patrol the areas and the entrances and exits and the balconies heavily. So they all return down and they are actively patrolling. He tells the guard up here to actively patrol this area, keeps an eye on the bathrooms in particular. So he comes out and he stations himself out here, and Captain Poe retreats back down to the gate to await for more instruction. Some time goes by, and all is silent. Nothing's really happening. You guys don't hear any attack or anything like that going on, or any fighting. It's been about an hour or so now.
What time can I try to meet up with the others?
Okay. So Vimben gets a hold of you guys and asks where you guys want to meet up, or if he should come to you, or if you guys should come to him.
Well, we should set up watch where the shit exits the castle. Maybe she's still in the shitters.
Could I try to make a survival check to see if, like, the ground in this shit is disturbed, like somebody fell down, landed in it, and then went into the sewers or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so go ahead and go over there and give me a survival check to see if you can see any sort of markings or anything down there.
Can I help him? Can I do the help action?
Sure. If you want to help him and give him advantage on the roll, sure.
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Super.
Okay, with advantage, I got a 15.
15? Okay, you don't really notice a whole lot of anything. It looks like, from what you can tell, it's just excrement and stuff like that, and has fallen down, slid down, and kind of pools in this one area and floats down this like knee-high water kind of stream.
Like an aqueduct?
Yeah, this and LT and Gorilla are down there. They're both by the gate and they're looking and they tell you, nothing's come this way. Yes, nothing. We have seen anything at all. No movement. No, not a sign of life, save for the rats.
That tells me that she's probably still in the castle somewhere. We need to keep very vigilant watch. She can't stay in the tunnels forever, I imagine.
Let's hope she's not a druid that can turn into a rat.
Gorilla and LT immediately kind of like look at each other with surprise and look down at the rats that have scurried around their feet and stuff like that. And they're like, well, if she had, she definitely got past us then. But I don't believe that we would have. I don't know. She didn't act like. How do you tell a rat from a person?
Right? I mean,
Fortunately,
there's no
you
way you
don't.
would have told anyhow. So,
But
I just noticed the rats, and I was like, that sucks.
Gorilla immediately starts gathering rats up and shoving them in pouches. She picks one rat up and she kind of like bops it on the nose and she says like a couple of curse words at it or something and then stares at it for a second before shoving it back in the bag.
I feel like gathering rats might not be our best
Well,
strategy, but,
I mean,
I'm not going to
or
stop you.
she could still be in the shutters.
I'm thinking she's still inside the castle tunnels somewhere.
Well,
Should we maybe get to the king in case, since she's been discovered, might she try attacking the king once more?
the king is at an undisclosed
He's already
location.
safe.
Yeah, he's on. You guys don't even know where the king is at.
I'm going to send a message to Rakasha
Okay.
and say, keep careful watch over the king. The assassin is loose somewhere in the castle.
Awesome. And so some script comes back, and he says we are
It just
safe.
says,
Yeah. It says we are safe. Yeah.
I'll just send back, thank you. Give us any updates if you see anything.
He writes back what happened.
I'll explain to him how the two rogues...
Everything went down.
got into a scuffle with her, and in trying to flee, they lost sight of her, which... I'm not blaming you guys. I'd rather you didn't die. I'll make that clear.
Right. He says.
I'll just say we lost sight of her in the
I tried to run forward. She force pulled me back, and I'm like, shitter's only option.
Yeah.
Shitter's only option.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta know when to fight and when to flee. He writes back.
Exactly.
We will remain vigilant.
Thank you. Stay safe, brother.
Mm-hmm. He says King is feeling much better.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
All right. So you guys are leaning towards searching the shitter walls.
Unfortunately.
I'm going to...
I would like to try to meet up with someone to get healed.
Yeah, I'll send a message to Vinbin saying meet us outside where the shitters lead.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to verbally get if there's a passing patrol of Gith somewhere, I'm going to say, keep careful eye on this area.
All right, cool. So you see some off in the distance as there's only about 8 of them. I think Captain Poe makes 9.
That's right. We don't have a full-on army, do we?
Right, but they do move rather efficiently and quickly, and they are extremely vigilant.
All right.
So you do see one off at the distance. You get his attention. He approaches, and you tell him to remain vigilant in this area. Let's go to images.
I'll kind of convey the idea that if they need to spread thin, that they can, because I assume they've got big enough vocal cords that they can get the attention of anyone in the area. So if they need to spread thin, that they should.
And listening stones.
And listening stones, of course.
Yeah, Captain Poe has listening stones and stuff like that. So, and plus there's other guards that are out and about with guard dogs. So.
Okay, yeah, I'll just make it known that I need the exit to the shitters to be under constant watch, essentially.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
I don't want it to
right.
be like Sly Cooper, where there's just a convenient hole in the patrol that
Right.
somebody could sneak by.
Right.
I want constant watch on the exit of the shitters.
So
It's
he's
gonna sound like a very strange request. Hey, watch this literal pile of feces. But...
right. Like watch this dookie. All right. Awesome. So you guys are all out in the courtyard. Vinbin comes out. Bellator, you're out here. Captain Leonardo von Poe is out here. And Ragnar, you are out here. LT and them are down below. The guard is actually literally like overwatching the hatch to the shitters, which is kind of like right down here, right where Vin's kind of standing. He kind of comes out to the side, and you guys are all out here. So a few minutes gone by, and Vinbin does arrive.
When Vinbin gets there, I'm going to use 5 of the 12d6 from my healing light.
Perfect.
And I'm going to heal him for 22 points of damage.
Awesome. The radiant light comes out. You don't waste any time. He comes out. He looks pretty beat up, haggard, smells like shit.
Looks like shit.
Looks like shit. He's bleeding a little bit, but he's alive. And your radiant light hits him, and you can see the instant relief upon his face.
And then how are you feeling? Do you need more assistance?
I just got my ass kicked.
Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and use my healing hands as well and restore an additional 11 hit points to him.
Awesome, cool. So for extra measure, you put out a little bit more aura. You heal him up. He wipes away the blood from his mouth and from his nose and stuff like that. And that you can actively see the wounds kind of heal themselves up.
Let's just say she fucked me up in one shot. And I tried to run away, she force choked me pretty much.
I do not know what a force choke is, but
Neither do I, but I thought it sounded cool.
personally,
I mean, it's basically what she did. She like
personally, I think it would make for good media in the future.
Yeah, she basically picked you up as you tried to flee, and then she slung you backwards, moved you the full 30 feet. So what are you guys doing from here? The night's coming on. Nothing
Did you say
seems to
I
be...
got a good image of her?
Yeah, you got a fairly good depiction of her. She had a noticeable scar on the left bridge of her nose that was kind of like a low pink. Her red eyes. Other than that, she just kind of looked like a more slender, fit female drow.
Should I draw a picture of her to have everyone know what she looks like and have
Sure.
like a photo of like this person needs to be caught?
Yeah, definitely. So you kind of, later on in the night you draw the picture, because I'm going to say it's going to take you about 2 hours to draw her. So so you might be able to do that later on, or you can start that immediately, and then later on we can show it to them.
I'll start it when I'm with the group. So
Okay, you just sit down on the side of the steps and you kind of chill and you start drawing out the depiction of what she looked like. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, I think we should formulate a plan. The Shitters is the only place she could be, but if the king is safe, we still need to kill this assassin. We could utilize the help of the Flaming Fist, because our concerns still do lie elsewhere. We are taking a lot of time in the city.
We are. I'm going to draw a photo of this lady and give it to the Royal Fist and many others.
Everybody give me a perception check. You guys hear a gunshot.
14.
14 as well.
9.
25.
Thank God.
Sorry, not 24. 24.
Okay. All right, so the gunshot echoes out. You guys all look around, except for Bellator immediately looks up to the royal quarters, where he thinks they heard the gunshot come out of one of the windows up there.
I'm just gonna touch.
Dimension door.
I was gonna say I'm just gonna grab Ragnar's shirt and we're going straight there.
Okay, dimension door opens up. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Did he tell us where he was going beforehand?
Nope.
I ain't got time for that shit.
Do you know where he went? 'Cause I don't know what the fuck he went.
Well,
You guys see me look up.
Vinbin, you have one of the speaking stones. Caroessa does not.
I asked, where'd you guys go?
Royal quarters.
Royal quarters. I say to Carolessa, we should probably go.
Then I just grab Bin Bin and I'm gonna dimension door up.
All right, awesome.
Just imagine gunshot goes off with I just snap to the sky and without even
Yeah.
breaking eye contact with the window, I just grab Ragnar.
After I said that, I thought that you might just fly up there really quick. I was like, oh shit.
I thought about it. I was going to immediately transform and just like kick off the ground and go flying up there, but I want to keep my transformation for when I need it.
No, yeah, no, for sure. So you guys dimension door up. You guys look around and you see a GIF down towards the south, towards the herbal and fountain room, pointing a gun steady, holding. He's like, "Come out, fiend!"
And I'm gonna run over to where he is.
Okay.
Did you see her?
I am too, but I'm gonna ready my bow.
Okay. I saw something, but I don't know what it is. The towel, it moved. And he like points one of his fat sausage-like fingers at the chair off to the side here that has a stack of towels on it. Give me a
Can she cast invisibility? I say the group.
Fuck. God, I hope not.
Who's all staring at the chair?
I am.
Everybody, I assume? Is everybody in there?
I'll probably be behind Carolessa and just be looking
Yeah.
around the room.
Okay.
I got a 19 on that perception check.
All right.
Yeah, I'll look with Bellator.
All right, cool. The gift goes running around to the other side since you guys are blocking the doorway, and he points his gun, and he kind of looks underneath the chair, and he looks back up at you guys, and he shakes his head no. You got a 19, Bellator. Who else rolled for perception?
I got an 18.
Okay. Carowessa, Vinben?
I got a 12.
12, okay. Carowessa?
I got a 6.
A 6, okay. You don't really notice anything.
6.
Yeah, you got a 6. You don't really notice anything. So, Bellator and Ragnar, you guys see that there's like pellet markings in the side of the wall where apparently the GIF had shot. There's a little bit of cinder and some smoke, some soot left and stuff like that from where the blast had hit. A couple of towels are black. However, you notice that one of the towels has blood on it.
Alright. I'm gonna say everyone out. I've got this.
I want to throw my hammer at where the blood stain
I
is.
strongly recommend that you leave the room.
Okay, so you throw your hammer. Give me a roll to hit. With advantage, since it's not moving.
Mm, 17.
Okay, 17 hits. Roll for damage.
So I have 22 points of bludgeoning damage plus 9 points of radiant damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah.
That
So
poor chair.
so the chair explodes as you throw your hammer at it, just splinters, and as your hammer hits the towels, one of the towels that they all go pluming up into the air, and one of the towels smashes into the side of the wall as the hammer hits it. Your hammer comes flying back, but as you hear it, the towel actually unfurls itself into a being, and all you see is a splatter of blood crushed against the wall. As your hammer returns to you, you hear a gargling, lifeless, and then you see this quivering gnome fall lifeless, slump to the ground.
Well,
No?
that's concerning, but that's definitely not who we were looking for.
Either way, they were hiding.
I want to elbow him in if dead. It's like,
You
this
gotta.
might be in your wheelhouse.
Oh
Dead?
yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a mimic at first too. When you didn't I thought you were gonna say mimic for a sec. I thought you were gonna throw randomly.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be a rat. To be honest.
Gnome.
Yeah. So Kawasa elbows you a little bit, Vin Bin, and says, you know, hey, there's a dead guy in here. This is kind of your forte.
I didn't do shit, and that doesn't look like the person that was the one attacking me.
Maybe you want to steal his soul. You hear from like the echo of the chamber.
If I'm 30 feet, then I can take the fucking soul trinket.
I'm almost certain you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take the
5,
soul
10,
trinket.
15, 20, 25. You're 25 feet away. Yeah, so you rush down, you push past Kaoessa, and you take a soul trinket.
I asked everyone. I have one question. What should I ask this guy?
Well, we could hold off on that. If this person ain't the one we was looking for,
It's actually a female gnome, and her skull is slightly crushed in with her jaw and her partial neck, and she's kind of twisted up in a heaping mess. From what you guys witnessed, she unfurled. She was once a towel, and she unfurled as she got smashed from the towel into a gnome.
what's she wearing? What kind of? Could I tell like what kind of occupation she would have by her outfit?
No,
She was a towel
She
through and through.
Yeah, she was. And you hear in the distance over by the toilet, "Howdy ho! What the hell?" No, I'm just joking. Howdy ho! Yeah. You killed her. No,
Because I have a
she's
theory.
wearing servant garbs. Garbs that you've kind of seen that people have down in the servants' quarters.
Why the fuck was she a towel?
Do we
Well,
want
I
to
have
see if she
theory.
has anything on her?
Well, maybe. Yeah, you check the body, but maybe this dark elf wasn't the one we were looking for in the first place at all.
Then,
But it was
why did
this.
she attack me?
Then why did she try to kill Vinbin?
Because y'all's skulking around in the king's quarters like assassins.
Oh.
So
But we were.
maybe this is whom we was looking for the whole time.
Didn't
And
you
I killed
talk to
him.
her personally, and she said she was the one that was changing the king's bed sheets, and the king's
Yeah,
bed sheets were the
but
ones
if
that were
this-
poisoned?
But if this one has been hiding here the whole time, they can do anything whenever.
You know,
Vin, give me a
That's why Ragnar's the leader.
investigation check.
see, my thought was that she was invisible in this
Nah.
room.
I knew I shouldn't have been the one to fucking do it. That's why I asked.
9. So you don't really find a whole lot on her. You pat her down. You're kind of just more concerned with the crushed horror that's frozen upon her face now as her eyes just kind of.
Oh, Vinbin, it's just a dead body. Let me do it.
I feel like
Well,
I'm more worried about the
he's
person
not-
that tried
he's
to kill
not
me.
s-
I'm not worried about a dead body. I'm more worried
He's
about
not
the person that
scared
tried to
about the
kill me.
dead body. He's just kind of looking up at the face every now and again, more focused on that.
If you've seen a caved skull, it definitely draws the attention.
Yeah.
Well, you seen one, you've seen
I've
them
seen
all.
a shit ton of dead people. I think Vincent's good.
You've
He's
seen
just
one
worried about the
caved-in
person that's trying to kill
skull,
her.
you've seen another. I mean,
Yeah. But no, you don't really seem to find anything on her person at all. Anybody else want to give a look, or you guys just gonna?
yeah. I'm gonna walk up to her, take a look.
All right, give me an investigation check.
That is 15.
15. All right, so you really don't notice much. She doesn't have anything in the ways of her pouches or anything like that. She doesn't have any like satchels or anything on her. She doesn't even have a dagger or anything. But you do notice there's like some her fingertips have a slight hue to them, kind of like a darker hue, as if maybe she was rummaging through dirt or something.
Maybe is it ash? Like she was.
Give me a survival check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, awesome. So it's not ash. You do know, however, that it is You kind of lean down, you pick up her fingers, you rub it against some of yours, and then you kind of give it a smell, and it smells of soil, dirt.
I killed the fucking gardener.
KOS, so you want to give it?
Maybe actually, I have another. If you want to, can I? Sorry, you go first. I have another question, but you go first.
Yeah, I mean, I basically just rifled through the pockets. I wanted to see if she had any of the herbs or anything.
Okay.
But if he already that,
yeah, so
can I see if the faces have? I wanted to check if the face we've seen it at all around the castle before.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, give me a history check.
19.
19, awesome. Yeah, so you've actually seen her at the mess hall in the main feast hall during breakfast and lunch and dinner times and so on and so forth. You've seen her vaguely around the halls sometimes, but you have noticed her as there's very few gnomes besides Vin within the castle as is. There's maybe like a handful, maybe like 4 gnomes total. So she kind of stood out in the first place. But yeah, you do think that you've seen her down in the feast room when you guys have served up food.
And then perhaps we can ask later if anyone knew this gnome and maybe check her quarters.
Yep.
Is the gift still with us?
Yeah, he's kind of he's still like pointing his gun at it, kind of in the ready to wait for her to jump back up for some odd reason. Yes. And a matter of fact, a few more GIF come up, and Captain Poe comes up and says, we heard gunshots. And then he kind of realizes, and he looks over at the body, and he's like, my God, is that the assassin that gave you so much trouble? Doesn't look like a drow at all. You guys still with me?
We are suspecting it like secondary.
Well, I'm hoping that she was trying to kill the king, but otherwise I just killed her. So.
Well,
You were hoping.
Moments such as these, there may be some side casualties. We call them acceptable casualties. One should not be hiding in the king's quarters nonetheless. I would have put a bullet clean into its head as well. Good job on you,
that.
Master Ragnar.
Thank you.
Job well done. Indeed.
Thank
Shall we collect the body and burn it?
Yeah. I guess.
As we're here, I'm just gonna wash up to get rid of all the shit.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, are you washing in the drinking fountain room, or are you gonna wash in the bathing room?
I thought this was the bathing room. Oh, bathing room's over there?
Yep.
I'm like, can I get one of you to come fucking watch me so I don't get attacked while I'm trying to fucking wash this shit off?
The GIF
I got you.
Okay.
Well, I can kill things good, so if
So
this
you
thing
go over
really
there.
fucked you up so bad, I'm here to help.
So just to clarify, we don't need the remains any longer. Or should we give it some time? Us GIF usually burn the enemy
We should.
quite quickly.
We should potentially hold off in case we need to examine the body once more.
Right.
I mean, did Ragnar pass on the dirt on the fingers?
He told you guys, and the GIF was present, so he'll probably eventually tell Captain Poe and report into what happened and kind of debrief. But yes, you guys are aware of the soil that was found on the fingertips of the gnome.
Is it the same soil as the pots?
Well, I
Did we
wonder if
discern
that...
I'm sorry, say what? Go ahead, Karosa. Sorry. I didn't hear you.
Well, I wonder if it was the grave dirt. Like they were saying, the soiled clothes might come from grave dirt that they were putting under the bed.
Right, like the soiled garments came from like a tomb or from grave or somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Sure.
Can I go check under the bed?
Sure.
The beds in the room, just to see if like maybe somebody added it since.
To both the beds?
To both the beds.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception or an investigation check. Excuse me.
All right, first one was a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you go over there. You look around. You kind of pull the sheets back, and it seems relatively undisturbed. It seems like you would be the first person to disturb it. Give me a investigation check for the second bed.
It's all of a 5.
5. Awesome. Yeah. No. Once again, you pull the sheets back. You kind of look under there. It was relatively undisturbed. It was nice and tucked in tight. You would be the first person to disturb the bed sheets. Bellator, what are you doing?
I'm kind of just observing this. I'm still at the ready. I'm very weary of all of the objects in every room now because I just saw a towel get fucking murked.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a perception check as you're looking around.
All right. 19.
19. Okay, you notice that on the floor in front of one of the potted plants over to your right, or your left, depending on whether or not you're facing north or south, you're kind of just looking around. You notice there's a little bit of dirt that's on the ground in front of one of the plants over there.
I'm gonna go check it, and then can I do an Arcana check to see if it has... Because, like, out of game, I know that grave dirt is inherently supposed to be magical.
It can
so
be,
I
yeah.
just check and see if this grave dirt is, or if this is grave dirt or just regular potting soil?
Okay, sure. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check and investigation.
Arcana and investigation?
No, just Arcana. Arcana is under
Okay.
investigation. Is like under.
Oh, gotcha.
Under intelligence is what I meant. I'm sorry.
17.
17? Awesome. So you go over to the pile of dirt. You kind of notice you wandered over there. You're kind of looking around. You're still kind of on edge. You're at the ready. And you notice this. You kind of eye it out of the corner of your eye. And you kind of look back at the GIF. And then you look back over to the dirt. And you take a few steps over there and look down. And you notice that's been recently disturbed. You kind of try to sense whether or not anything's magical or anything about it. You do get some Arcana hits back, and there's even quite a few from some of the plants. So some of the plants can put out a magical essence, but you're getting a heavy one towards the green plant that's just south of the corner plant. This one right up here in this corner.
Okay. Can I check if it was recently watered?
Yeah. You check to see if it's recently watered, and it has not been. However, the soil has been disturbed.
Can I do a nature check to see if I can recognize what this plant is?
Yes, absolutely.
This might go a little... Okay, 15.
15? Awesome. This
I
plant...
was gonna say, this might go a little more rough because I have a +1 to nature.
Right. So this is what you know is sweet flag. It's a sharp-edged, thick green leaf grass. From what you know, it can be applied as an aphrodisiac, or it also heals sickness.
Oh.
Sweet flag.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send a message to Mahaver and say, do you know any nefarious uses for sweet flag?
It takes a minute before he replies, and he replies that he does not. The script comes down. He says he does not, but he will be asking some of his chemists and his alchemists if there is such a thing once he speaks with them.
Okay, I'll just say, let me know if something changes, and then I will audibly say, oh no.
Okay, awesome.
Ragnar, I think you may have killed the gardener.
Yeah, I figured I did.
Yeah.
So you said the soil has been disturbed, but the plant has not been watered?
Yes, I did, but Ragnar doesn't know this.
Okay.
I
Can I
will
table
relay
talk
this.
or no?
I will relay this information to the party.
Okay, so you guys hear out
Alright.
him shouting out from the fountain room that he found some potted plants and some dirt on the ground.
Check underneath the dirt. See if there's anything buried in there.
You hear him like yell it and echo from the next room while he watches Vinbin wash
Well,
up.
we have seeing stone. We have.
I was gonna say
Oh, okay.
I was probably just yelling at you.
Yeah, well, that's what you said that you kind of.
Yeah, I was just Ragnar.
Yeah.
Well, I'm using the listening stone.
Okay, awesome.
Fair enough. Just to inconvenience him, I'm gonna start using the book to talk to him from now on.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start digging through the soil.
All right, cool. So you start digging.
I'll use a dagger. I'll use a dagger and I'll start trying to like turn up the soil and see if something was recently buried in the plant or something.
Okay, sure. So you start digging up the soil with your knife, and then your knife catches on something. Like it catches on it, like it feels like it's get caught by like a net. As you pull it up and you kind of rip it out and you kind of clear away some of the dirt, you notice that there is a yellowish sheet, a yellowish piece of fabric that's like a corner of it that's popping out that's been sliced by your knife.
Similar to the sheets that we found in the bed.
Yep.
They were trying to poison the plants. They're trying to poison the healing plants. Unfortunately for them, they don't know that we don't need them. These dumbasses.
That means the gardener is. That means she just.
She's in I'll just stand up like straight up and I'll just yell, "She was in cahoots!"
Okay, awesome. So you guys hear this from the fountain room.
Why the fuck was she a towel?
Why was she a towel?
She was hiding from us.
I guess we'll never know.
I could ask her,
you could, yeah, technically
We
you
could
could.
ask what we could use the one question to say, "Why were you a towel?"
One question.
We
Yeah.
should check her quarters first.
So you keep pulling on this, and you actually find that it's a whole ass like bed sheet, like a whole ass fucking garment that's been under, like a big ass one. You kind of uproot the plant a little bit, and it's actually been planted in with the soil at the bottom of this pot, and you can see that there's been like huge chunks torn out of it.
I'm gonna send a message to Rakasha.
Okay.
Have we been What was it? I'm sorry. What was it called?
Sweet flag.
Sweet flag. Okay, I was right. Okay, I'm gonna ask. Have we been using sweet flag to treat the prince or the king?
Rakasha says he doesn't know. He'll ask the prince really quick, or he'll ask the king really quick, because the king is actually the herbalist specialist.
Oh, okay, good to know.
That's actually his garden in there that his mother and father got for him so he could attend to it.
Okay. All right. That's good information to have.
Moments later, he says, yeah, he's been treating himself with sweet flag, that he has been trying to cure some of his ailments.
I'm going to send a message directly to the king and say they've been poisoning the plants as well. I will personally see to your care if necessary. But I'll relay the information that they are currently trying to poison the healing plants as well, so as to continue his ailments.
Okay, awesome. And he says thank you. He says uproot them all if you have to.
I will be diligently checking the plants, Your Highness.
He thanks you again, and
I'll just go to work digging through all the plants. You can always replant a garden. You can't replant the king.
right. So you start pulling out all these plants. Are you guys going down there
But
to help
you can
him?
supplant one.
That's true.
You can. That's true.
You can, yeah. Are you guys going down to help him do this, or what are the rest of you guys doing? Vinbin, you're all washed up by this point.
I'm gonna go help Bellator in.
Okay.
I'll come help.
All right. I want to go talk to the gifts to see if if this gnome was anywhere like the refugees. She had a room.
Okay. All right, cool. So you guys, while you guys are tearing up plants, you guys actually find that almost every single potted plant in here has some sort of garment in it. Some of them only have a couple of feet of garment. Some of them only have, a handful of garment, and then some of them have entire sheets of garments under these pots, like almost every single pot. You could tell that some of them have been torn, and some of them have not. Some of them are completely full. Carawessa, you come up and you ask the Gif if they recognize this gnome or anything else like that, if I'm understanding what you're trying to say.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So the Gif is like, I'm not quite sure. I haven't noticed any other faces ordinary than the ones that we've seen when we arrived. I have seen her maybe once, twice. I am uncertain. I have never once seen her enter the royal quarters. I have been stationed here since the beginning of my guard at the palace. So he's never actually seen her come in or out of this place.
Jesus Christ, they're in the walls.
We've established that there are other ways in.
Awesome. So by this time it's nighttime. So some time has gone on. Everything else has been pretty uneventful. You guys have dug out all the potted plants and found all the bed sheets. What do you guys?
I'm gonna let the king know that all of the plants were poisoned.
Okay, awesome.
I'm not necessarily sure that it was just poisoning the plants. I mean, that could be an end game, yes, but it could just be where they were being kept, so I wouldn't have to be transferred to and from the royal suite. They're already here. This could just be a staging ground.
That is true.
And it could be more than one person.
No, my personal thought process here is that knowing
now it's
that
less people.
now it's less people. Knowing that the king has been treating himself with his personal garden and that there are poisoned or diseased things in the plants, that might be why his recovery was so slow and why it started
and in his bed and stuff too.
And why it started getting better when he was removed from this area, because I can only assume that he hasn't returned to the royal quarters after he was sequestered away.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
Is probably why his recovery has accelerated, because I'm pretty sure they were poisoning the plants directly because they knew that they had some sort of intelligence to know that the king was an herbalist, to know that he would try to treat himself for his original ailments, essentially. Right. So it's real fucking convenient that Bellator can just do that shit and not have him worry about it.
Right. What are you guys doing with the bed sheets?
We must burn them.
I was gonna say, I think we should gather them up and take them outside and burn them.
Everybody in agreement?
I have an idea.
I also have an idea.
Okay.
Matt, you go first.
We could use these garments as torches to smoke out the shitters.
That was my plan too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Let's fucking do it.
Alright, cool. I dig it. So you guys take him down to the bottom of the shitter shafts down in the sewer.
I'm going to gather up some guards so we can go to each and every toilet.
Okay.
Try to,
Side note.
Enough.
So you're not going to the bottom of the shaft and smoking them upward. You're just going to try to how are you doing it?
That's a good idea too, actually.
That was going to be my original idea, but here's my
how smoke works.
Here's my quarrel with this. If these are diseased and the disease lasts through the burning, we would be expelling a disease through the castle. We would essentially be gassing out all of the toilets, and any smoke that remains in those rooms could also damage the health of those who use them.
Of everybody.
We could evacuate the castle on the hush-hush also, and then keep guards posted at the toilets and then smoke it out with regular torches, or like just super green wood, so it's black and dark smoke.
Yeah, but they could go along with the crowd and evacuate, and they could hide in the crowd as they
I was
evacuate.
gonna say,
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like we
that's
should.
true.
I feel like we should just burn it away from the toilets. It was a good idea that we both had simultaneously, but when it comes down to it, I don't want to give everybody. I don't want to fill the castle
But we
with
should
cancer.
still smoke out. We should still smoke it out, though.
You could also wash it out.
I feel like that
No,
might be a safer bet. Is like dumping water down it or something, or I feel like smoke is not what we want to
What
do
if we
because I
did
don't want to
boiling
give everybody
water?
lung cancer.
You do what, Carrie? What's up? Boiling water?
What if we did a bunch of boiling water and dumped it down the toilets?
You could do
That
that.
way, if anybody's still hiding in them, it gets...
Well, I do believe that your cauldron, Carewessa, can produce liquids up to a certain ounceage, right?
Yes, it can. Let me go check how much.
We could all have posts up in each one to see if someone pops out of the floor or if someone pops out at the bottom.
Because I believe they can produce a liquid up to a certain amount. But yes. If you guys would like to, you guys could do like hot oil, or you could do boiling water, or
we could do hot oil. That'd work real good, I think.
And could also clean the toilets.
bubbling olive oil.
Can we just pour Drano down the toilets?
Yeah, you could do that.
All right, yeah, I think we should just do Drano.
Carewessa invents Drano and
why
becomes a multi-billionaire.
Why don't
Exactly.
we do? Why don't we take magic users and those who can create chromatic orbs of acid, and just send that shit down the toilets?
Well, you guys are really on a structural destruct or yeah, structural destruction.
I was gonna say, I feel like
well,
I feel
fine,
like
not acid. Then it can mages create water? If they do, can they create boiling water?
I am not capable of creating water.
They can create water, but I don't think they can create the temperature of the water. I think it's just more or less an even medium thing. I would allow create water on top of somebody, like, casting fucking, a fire spell to see if they can boil it.
Okay, what it says is, well, you can use your action to non-magical plant mineral, yeah, and the water instantly fills with the desired amount of that material.
Right, up to a
So
certain.
it doesn't really seem to have one.
Let me see, because I'm pretty sure. What page is it?
121.
121. Yep. Traverse the night, bones, nether homes, primal parts, perfect tools, properties of the pestle, random properties, human beneficial properties, bubblers. Let's see here. More pestle. Let's see here. Traverse the night.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I will be right back.
So it's an amount of the material worth 10 gold pieces or less. So I'm pretty sure.
Well, boiling water would be free, right?
Yeah. So that I would say that it could probably fill up to about 3/4 of a barrel of boiling water in it, because it's a non-magical liquid. I'd say you could probably fill
So
up.
we could probably do that, like,
Yeah, I mean,
get a...
let's just say that it fills up the equivalent of a wooden barrel's worth of boiling water in it, and you can dump it.
Yeah, I'm all for the water because that might just be the easiest to like go down.
Yeah, or any non-magical liquid you want. Yeah. So is that what we're doing?
I mean,
I think
support that. Like, we could go to whichever the highest toilet is, because all the drains
Which one?
eventually
It's this one.
connect.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
king's
the
one,
royal
it's the
it's the
tallest.
royals' quarters. Yeah. All right, so you guys go over to the bathroom. You have your mortar and pestle. Who's all following her over there?
I am.
I will. Or should we have someone at the bottom too?
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
could have someone on each floor if you wanted to.
Let's have the gift on the middle floors and have Ragnar and Bellator in the bottom, all the way on the ground, and then me and KOS, so someone has a dimension door.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So the GIF are on the third and second floor. And you guys are Ragnar. Are you down at the bottom?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait at the ass end just in case she falls all
Okay.
the way.
Okay. Yeah. So you're down there with LT and Gorilla. I'm gonna wait for Keaton to get back. We'll just assume that he's down there with you guys. Alright. Alright, cool. Are you pouring down, Carawessa?
I return.
Yeah, it's now that the toilet is stationed,
Alright, awesome.
bubbling up a bunch.
So to catch Keaton up, Ragnar went down to the bottom with Gorilla and LT. We have GIF stationed on each one of the bathrooms on the other floors. If you want to join either Vinpin and Carawessa in the bathroom, you can, or you can join Ragnar downstairs or do whatever. But they're gonna.
I'll join Ragnar.
Okay, so you're down all the way at the bottom with Ragnar, LT, and Gorilla.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I already got you out there. Okay, cool. And then KOS is gonna pour hot boiling water from Baba Yaga's cauldron down each one of the shafts and see if anything comes out. All right, cool. So, how are you doing it? Are you just going left to right? You're gonna just do it middle, or you're doing each one? How are you doing it? Or are you just pouring it down one?
Can I use my water whip? Would you allow me to use my water whip to divert one down each at the same time?
Sure. Yeah. All right. So when you go to pour it, you kind of use your water whip and you bend these elements, and as you do it, you create these fountains that kind of go into each one, and you see this hot boiling water steam up from the shitters, and this immense stench follows up and kind of comes up in plumes. You hear it splash and kind of go down. However, you do Ragnar and Bellator. A few moments go by after they said they were about to pour it, and there's only like a little bit, like a slight trickle of water that comes down. It's a nice steady trickle of water, and it's not steaming anymore. Do you just want to keep pouring the hot water down there consecutively, Carawessa?
Have they already the fact that it hasn't?
Do you guys let her know about the trickling water?
Yeah, I'll let her know.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, they let you know that when it comes
Okay.
down there, it's not like steaming.
Then,
It's not like cold water, but it's not like super steaming hot. It had to hit a couple of banks and the stones and stuff like that, probably absorb some of the heat. But yeah, you did flush out the first few initial. You didn't hear anything or anything like that come from the shitters.
Okay. Then I guess, am I out of water at this point, or how much would you say I use in the first go?
No, you just in that first go, you just use the barrel. You can refill it with another barrel if you wish.
I'm wondering if I switch to oil, if that'll hold the heat longer. All right, I want to try an oil instead.
Okay. So you pour the oil down. Are you using your water whip to to divvy them out?
And this time I'll just go whichever one Bin, if you tell me which one hands down, we'll focus on that one.
Okay, cool. So from what he described to you, they're all kind of in the same tunnel. They're just different portholes to the same tunnel. So they don't have their own individual piping.
Okay. Then I'll just the one of the middle toilets, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna dump the whole lot of oil.
Okay, cool. So the bubbling oil, you pour it down there. Um, the time actually doesn't take very long. Ragnar and Bellator, you guys see this hot bubbling oil come pouring down rather quickly, and it kind of steams and bubbles inside of the water when it hits it, and it cools off.
Anything yet? Do we hear any screams or anything?
Nope, nothing seemed to happen.
Try another one, Caroessa.
Alright, I'm gonna go down to the next floor and try it there just to see if, like, I mean, if nothing got flushed up between this floor and the floor directly below,
Okay.
to see if, like, it remains hot going down.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you go down to the third floor. There's a gift station in the bathroom when you get there, and he kind of nods at you and he tells you, "Nothing's come up yet. It's all rather stench-like, though. That's all right." So yeah, do you pour some oil down this one?
Yep, I want to repeat the process.
Okay, so you pour the oil. Ragnar, Bellator, you guys see the oil come flooding down a little bit faster and sizzling a little bit longer, but you guys still don't hear anything.
I don't think they're there. They most likely left somewhere.
Well, nothing yet again, Miss Caroessa.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna repeat the process on the next floor below.
Okay.
We'll just try until we get to the bottom just to ensure.
Yeah, absolutely. So you do it the next process. You guys see this raging oil come down, and it froths and bubble even more as it's hotter. But still, the results are the same. You guys don't hear any screams or anything. Nothing comes in or out or slides down. It would appear that the bathroom tunnel is empty. You guys did clean out the shitters, though.
Oh, maybe she wasn't a drow. Maybe she was the gnome and just polymorphed herself like she did into a Tau.
I don't think she would die that easily.
Maybe she's a witch.
I more think she's probably a rogue like me, very stealthily. Has some very dangerous weapons on her.
I don't know. How did you guys get up to the royal quarters so fast?
Magic.
Shit.
I'll do listening stone.
It's a possibility.
Well, fuck.
So what are you guys doing now? You guys cleaned out the toilets. Nothing
Well-
seems to be appeared. The gift are on guard. The palace guards are doubling their patrols. About this time, it's about 11 o'clock at night. The braziers are lit. Torchlights are lit. What are you guys doing?
Alright, I guess I'm gonna go join the others. having conversations face to face. Elkie and Gorilla didn't find anything in the sewer.
Right.
Oh, Jordan.
It's probably a lost cause at this point.
Okay, cool. So you guys all kind of meet back up above the sewer. You guys are chilling. LT and Gorilla kind of like, so what's our next move?
Perhaps we should check the rooms if there are two vacant for
We should identify the
the drow
gnome
and
check
the
her room
gnome
too.
over here.
Very well. I agree. We should check to see if anyone knows the gnome or has seen her and where she's been staying. So you guys doing that tonight or are you guys doing that tomorrow morning?
Tonight's probably better.
Okay.
Probably.
Awesome. Alright, so how are you guys going about figuring out where she stayed?
We can at least ask the gnome ghost where her room was.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Is that legit the question we want to ask?
Eric, where are your sleeping quarters within this palace? Fucking your mother's asshole. Fuck you, no.
Like, you want my panties or some shit? It's like, what the fuck?
Well, we could do that. We could ask that, or again, if she had any comrades.
Yeah.
But again, she doesn't have to tell us the truth.
Well, I would think that if she had any comrades, she probably wouldn't rat them out. But if you did find out where her room was at, there might be signs that she did have comrades, and you probably have. It's up to you guys. Why don't we take a quick bio break? You guys think about it. When we come back, I'll see you guys back here at about 53 after 2:53, and we'll kind of go from there and see what you guys decide to do. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, cool. See you guys back in 5.
There's one thing I have to say. In like 10 minutes, I technically have to start driving to work. I'll still be on Discord. It's just
Okay.
I probably won't be talking as much.
Okay, sure. Awesome. Alright guys, let's take a quick bio break and tell you what, why don't we just make it like 2-3 minutes? We'll meet you guys back here about 51 after.
Hello, Libby. Did I tell you about my new character for the game that I'm playing later?
Your mother.
No, my mom would be too
You
OP.
have not.
I can't play my mom. She'd be too OP. So his name is Blake Smith. He is a high school student that got teleported into the world of D&D. I straight up made an isekai character, and I'll grab.
Fucking nerd.
Bro, he got a JanSport fanny pack, Adidas sweatpants, and a Demon Slayer shirt on, and red Converse. Like, this character is gonna be so much fun to play.
Alright guys, we're back. Everybody
Did
back?
he get by Truckun?
I'm sorry, what was that, Lily?
But I made a truck con coon joke.
Yeah, essentially,
Trucks
yeah.
that like start almost all these guys.
Essentially, yeah. That's what the character looks like, by the way.
Oh, fun.
Alright, so what are you guys doing? Do we know?
Then back.
Back.
No.
So we were
Huh?
discussing what you wanted to ask. Our little gnome asked.
We should probably go down to the servants' quarters so we can be closer, maybe.
Doesn't matter where I ask it. It just I think if we go find.
Well,
a
I
room,
mean,
we
just
can-
because if we're already
find a room, we could figure out if she has any incriminating stuff.
you could
Alright.
be,
Well, Well, there might be somebody around that we could ask. It's like, hey, where did the gnome sleep, or where did the drow sleep? And then go in those rooms and then hold off on asking or anything until we're in a room.
All right. All right, so you guys are going down to the quarters, service quarters?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yup.
Alright, so you guys get down to the servants, down in the lower depths of the palace. LT and Gorilla said they're going to be up top, over by the gate. They're going to kind of keep watch and patrol with the GIF. Alright, so what are you guys doing down here?
I'm gonna see if I can find any of my cooks.
Okay. So you go in to the kitchen area. There's nobody in there because the last time you kicked everybody out and said nobody else is allowed in here but yourself and the people you choose.
Alright. Well, we could probably go door to door and ask people something.
Okay. Is that what you guys want to do?
The first step should be maybe finding out where the gnome's room is.
Okay.
We could ask someone else also. Maybe there's a guard that's been down here a long time.
Yeah, there's a guard down and he's actually right here. He's patrolling the area. He comes around the corner and he kind of heads down towards you guys. He nods.
Excuse me, guard. You patrol
Yes,
this,
my lord.
This floor. You patrol this floor often.
I do, every night.
You know where drow sleeps or a gnome?
There ain't no drow here. We got a few gnomes. I don't know exactly where they sleep, but I've seen them roaming the halls.
No drow.
No drow.
Can I show him the photo? It's like, do you recognize this one?
No, can't say that I've seen her. Not at night anyways.
Ah.
Not at
Well,
night?
who's your relief during the day?
Oh, that's Edmund.
Can you do us a favor? Go fetch him for us. We'll take watch if you go fetch him for us. If you could do that.
Charlie. He's just right over there. And he kind of points back back over to the hall, back down this way. He kind of comes in, he knocks on the door. He kind of hears a few things, and then, do you guys follow him over there?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do the rest
I'm
of you
just
guys?
following Ragnar at this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
follow.
Alright. So you guys all kind of, you guys all shuffle in, or do like a few of you wait outside, or you guys all coming in like mafioso style? What's going on?
Oh, wait, sorry.
Well, we should probably. I thought wasn't the monks by the door?
So what?
Didn't we have like Gorilla and LT by the door, by
No.
the floor? Like you said, they were waiting up there, right?
They're waiting up front at the gate.
Ah.
I'll stand outside to see if I can stay back and weird.
Okay.
I'm sorry, say what?
So I'll stay outside.
You'll stand outside? Okay.
I'll stay outside of the room just.
Okay, cool. Alright, so he comes in like, hey, Edmund. It's like, what do you want, you lout? Hey, these folks, he don't want to see you. Talk to you about some dark elf, some drow. Aye? Alright. Fucking hell. He kind of leans on the edge of his bed. He's like, what do you lot want? So if you don't mind, I gotta get back to my routine. You lot have fun. And he kind of
Thank you.
leaves and he goes out patrolling. The guy
Good
gets up.
sir.
Yes. What can I do you for?
Seen any drow down here?
No. No drow. Well, there's been one. A servant girl, I think. But
Yeah, where's she sleep?
Let's show the photo.
I haven't. Yeah, that's her. That's her right there. She's a kind lot, quiet, kept to herself. I don't like drow much myself. Can't be trusted, those dark elves.
Do you know where she sleeps?
I don't know where she sleeps precisely, no. I suppose I should have kept a closer eye on her. What's she done?
You got any rooms down here that doors don't get opened a lot?
No, every door is opened. The only one that there's
No locked doors.
no locked doors. No, there's no locked doors down here. The only one that, the one the rumor's been going around is the one in the center hall. A little she gnome goes in there. People have been saying that there's been some dark stuff going on in there. I've gone in there, searched myself
Take us.
personally. Alright, follow me. He grabs the torch.
Thank you.
Excuse me. And he kind of brings you guys down and around over here, and he brings you over, and he kind of knocks on that door right there. Hey, lass, get up.
I'll follow him.
Yeah, you guys all are following him. There's no answer.
Something tells me she's not in there.
Right, well, I suppose we can go in. And he kind of opens the door and walks in.
I'll follow him in and say, you keep this to yourself. I'll give him 3 gold, and I'll tell him, you keep doing what you're doing, but keep this to yourself.
Karos, are you standing on the outside or are you going in again?
I'll, I guess, stand on the outside and see if I can observe anybody.
Okay. What am I supposed to be keeping quiet then? What are you doing, Vinbin?
I'll stay outside and just watch people
Okay.
make sure if you see me as suspicious.
Sure.
Questions a drow. Questions about our business. You know
Right.
who we are. Our
Right.
business is secret.
I do, my
I
lord.
appreciate it.
Mhm.
Thank you. But you take that. Thank you for your service.
Ah, thank you kindly, my lord.
Sorry for disturbing you.
That's fine. Do you want me to leave your graces now, or what are you doing here?
We're searching the room. We're tossing it over.
Well, I'm telling you, there's nothing about a bunch of funny books. Nothing crazy. She got a journal over there. I did rummage a little bit between you and me, but most of it's harmless. Have you?
We'll take another look, see if we can see anything.
Perfect. You have a good night, my lord.
Oh, you too, sir. Thank you.
And he kind of goes back to his bed, sleeps. All right, what are you guys doing?
I wanna read the journal.
Sure. So you go over the journal. It is in it's in Gnomish.
Well, fuck. Who speaks Gnomish? Any of us?
Potentially, or no. Oh, no, halfling. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's stereotypes. It's not nice to short people.
I believe I do.
The script is similar.
Wait, Bellator,
but-
can you read other languages? You can comprehend written word, can't you?
Oh, that's a good
Right.
question, actually. I don't fucking remember. Hang on.
I thought you could.
I think so. I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, hang on. I just gotta make sure.
Well, I think you can read some of it, Ragnar. I think Gnomish derives from Dwarvish.
Eyes of the Runekeeper, you can read all writing. I knew I
Perfect.
had something like that. So yes, I can read Gnomish.
Awesome.
I can't speak it, but I can translate.
Right.
Bellator, I can only make out a few words on this. Here, you want to give it a whirl? I'll look around. I'll
Allow me
look
to give it a
like
shot,
under the
yes.
bed and the mattress and stuff.
All right, give me an investigation check. You're searching the mattress and stuff like that, Ragnar?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me.
No, yeah. Yeah, you give me an investigation check, Bellator. You also give me an investigation check, Ragnar.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Perfect. All right, we'll start with Bellator first. So you kind of graze through it. It's basically just her spouting out about her day-to-day life, being in the castle. That she was kind of an urchin from the city streets. That she was kind of actually glad that all of this went down the way it is, because now she's living cozily inside of the palace. No mention of family or friends or anything like that when you rummage through the book. But it's just kind of mediocre daily tasks. It does talk about your guys' arrival to the castle, things that are happening, so on and so forth, and how you guys cleared out the castle, and then you guys saved them and brought them in from the districts, how more and more people are coming in and going. It mentions the GIF, but doesn't really mention anything else. Ragnar, you kind of rummage through it. You don't really see a whole lot of anything. However, in the chest at the basin, you do find a strange kind of crumpled up herb down in like kind of the bottom corner of the chest. However, it's all dried up. It's not the entirety of it. It just seems like leaves that had been kind of scattered to the corner, like little shavings. And unfortunately, you would not be able to identify what they were.
Can I go see if Vinbin recognizes it? Like, I'll go trade places with him and let him know to go check in there.
Sure. So you go outside and you tell Vinbin, hey, there's some herbs and stuff in there if you want to go check them out or whatever.
I'll go check them out.
Okay. Alright, so you go in there. You two also go in there. There's not enough leaves to really look at. They don't have any vines or any stems or anything. It's more or less like the side parts of a leaf that could really be anything, honestly. And they're all dried up and flaky, so they're unidentifiable.
I can't really tell what they are. They're too far gone for me to know.
Awesome. Okay, Wes, are you staying outside? Bellator, are you just chilling? What are you guys doing?
Does that journal give you anything, Bellator?
The journal did not mention anything of the king, just mediocre. I believe it was a diary. Nothing special about it, unfortunately.
What's on the other side of the room?
Can I go and check under?
Check.
Can I go and check under her bed to see if there might have been like the same bedclothes to see if maybe she was under control of somebody else?
Sure, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
It's a 17.
17, awesome. You go over to her bed, you kind of look under it, you kind of go through her sheets and nothing, you don't really see anything else. You do notice that there are some grubby handprints on there from some soil and stuff like that, but they're not the same sheets. You pull it back, there's nothing but a kind of like the straw mattress and stuff. However, you do turn and you do notice that you see something over by the knocked over bookshelf that seems to be crumbled. You think you see a hole behind the knocked over bookshelf next to the wall.
I would like to go check that out, please.
Okay. What are you doing exactly?
I guess I won't check through the books to see if there's any things or like, check in the hole.
Okay, so you go through the
How
books.
big is the hole?
You go through the books. The books don't really have any sort of relative stuff. They're more like just tales and the history ofs. You kind of move some books out of the way and kind of pull back the or peer over the bottom of the shelf, and you can see the top of the hole, but it looks like it opens up to a bigger hole, but the shelf itself is blocking the way.
And I look for somebody in the room and like try to move the shelf to see.
Okay. So she kind of asks for your guys' help, Vinbin and Bellator.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll help.
Okay.
I am not that strong.
Okay.
Neither am I, but I'll still try.
Alright, guys. Give me a strength check. Or actually, Kay wants to give me a strength check with advantage.
Nat 20.
20, awesome. So you guys shove the shelf out of the way. You move it across the floor, actually with ease. Ragnar, you hear some commotion inside. All right.
I go look. I peek my head in.
What does the hole look like?
Okay. You peek your head and you see them move the bookshelf. The hole actually gets bigger. Inside you see kind of like a dark blanket covering something up.
That doesn't look good.
Stickers didn't have bad experiences with sticking my hands in holes.
Yeah.
I'll grab the blanket.
All right, Vimbin. So you grab the blanket, you pull it off, and what you see, let's see here. So behind the shelf, and you pull the blanket off, you see a small statue of Orcus. With he has extended hands out, and he's holding a bloody eye. This eye is somebody's eye. It is a real bloody eye that is held in the palms of his hands.
What the fuck? There's an eye. I just try to take the entire statue out to show everyone.
Okay. So you pick up the statue, and Vinbin disappears. The eye of the statue, or the eye that the statue is holding, immediately decays and shrivels in on itself into like a tiny little black raisin. Vinbin is gone.
Well, that's a fucking problem. Oh.
He's probably in the Shadow Realm.
Does that mean I have to go in after him? Oh boy! Oh, okay. You just without saying anything, just gonna pull that up, Zach? Alright. Just without speaking.
Vinbin, holding the statue in your hand, you appear in a very dank, thick, humid place. As you look around, there is darkness all around you. Even with your dark vision, your eyes can't seem to pierce around you. There are pools of blood all about this altar that you're sitting on, that glows red. Bodies are strewn about, and a large skull of a giant has a massive candle stuck in the top of its head that is oozing some sort of yellowish pussy bile.
I'm going to look around first, like, god damn it, and just look around to see if anyone else is here.
Okay, you look around, there's nobody else here.
To be honest, my character's probably like, what the fuck? I'm probably just going to take a mental image so I can draw this later. But my character's probably confused at the point right now.
Okay. You kind of walk around, you notice that there's really nothing else moving. The ground itself is kind of pussy. It's really hot, it's humid, it's sticky. The air breathing it in almost feels sickening. Yeah, you hear a voice echo. What have you brought me, child?
I don't even know who you are.
And I do not recognize you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just with my friends, and I saw this altar, and I didn't know what it was, and I touched it. I don't know what happened. I'm just here. Well,
Yeah, no, you're good. So, let's see here. So as you say that, the bodies around you burst and begin to rise. And they all turn to face you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you
1,
want?
2, 3, 4.
Because I don't know what you are or who you are. I don't even know what's going on. Is there something you need or want?
Give me 2 seconds here. So the voice doesn't answer you.
Zach, can I try something really quick?
Sure.
If you, well, I want to see if I can reach Bin Bin on the listening stone.
Okay, sure. So as you try to reach Vin Bin on the listening stone, Vin Bin, give me a perception check. Also, roll for an initiative.
The reception was not great. It was 6.
Okay, go ahead and say what you're going to say, Ragnar.
Bin Bin, where the fuck are you? What happened?
You hear where an appen.
I try to answer back. I'm like, I have no idea. There's Drown Skull. Some floating thing's talking to me. I don't know.
Okay. So, Ragnar, you hear back bits and pieces. Um, you hear like talking and don't, and that's it.
Can I also try to reach him using the book?
Sure.
Because it says that I can do it over any distance, and if he's in a different plane of existence, there's a 5% chance it doesn't reach him.
Right.
I'm just going to say, Vin Bin, are you alright?
Give me 2 seconds here. Ow. Give me 2 seconds here. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, so you hear that, Vin Bin.
I'm in a creepy place with a bunch of dead bodies. I feel like I'm about to die. I don't know what's going on. Something asked me for something, like a sacrifice. I don't know. I'm scared.
Alright, if you can, roll me initiative, Vin Bin.
I did. It is a 16.
16, okay. Fuck. Okay. They got 17. So, would you like to reply, Bellator?
We don't know where you are. We don't know how to get to you. You might be on your own for a bit. I'm going to, because my whole thing is protect the party, I'm going to grab the statue.
The statue went
See what
with
happens.
him.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well.
Maybe drop the statue and touch it again.
I'm going to recommend that he offer the statue. Or a part of himself, like an eye or something. Perhaps even your soul.
Ask
Or your thumbs.
Or your
you want
thumbs.
me to offer you something. I can offer you a soul.
He has the gnome soul.
That was kind of what I was thinking.
Do have the gnome soul. He does not reply. Alright, Vin Vin, it is movement for you. You hear Bellator and them say, try to offer something, try to offer the statue, your finger, your soul, whatever.
I pretty much try to get away from anything that's trying to come near me, so I try to go as far away as I can.
You are currently surrounded.
I was surrounded.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go to the run they're taller than me, right? They're like 2 times taller than me, right?
They're about normal size, yeah.
So I'm gonna run towards the tallest one, and I'm gonna try to go past him and disengage and just go underneath him because I can.
Okay. And what's the stipulation behind that?
Since I'm a halfling, if a creature is 2 times taller than me, I can walk through their like where they're stepping. So I was just gonna run past them and like use my action for dash and then bonus action disengage just so I can get out of where
Okay, sure.
the being surrounded.
Yeah. Awesome. So you disengage and you run out. Where are you running to exactly?
Just away from them. I'll run towards the giant fucking skull with the fucking candle on its head. I don't know. What is it?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say you kind of run around it.
I'll hold up the soul trinket and I was like, I can offer you this so you can let me go.
Okay. There's no reply.
I'll try to relay that. Nothing I'm saying is
Oh,
into
actually.
fucking talking person. He's not answering me now.
Okay. So you reply back to him. All right. Cool. So they can't really do anything. So they're gonna move again. Do you guys want to relay anything back to him?
I don't know what
Has he
to say.
described the room to us at all?
No.
He just said he's surrounded by corpses, and he thinks he's gonna die. Have you tried? I'm gonna send the message. Have you tried offering a soul?
I've tried offering a soul. There's a bunch of dead things. There's a bunch of skulls. I don't know exactly where I'm at. That's pretty much where I'm at. It's just a bunch of like dark stuff. Which I'm gonna describe the room a bit, but like I don't know where I'm at.
Oh, so he kind of describes the room to you guys.
Seeing what those are, Zach, out
Saw
of
that
game,
eyeball.
I don't think there's much we can do for you, buddy.
I think we would die too.
We
Oh,
saw
yeah,
that
definitely.
eyeball.
So what, Kawasa?
We saw the eyeball kind of crumble up. Is there
Right.
a mate to that eyeball? Like a second eyeball?
So you'd have to tell Bellator this, who would have to talk to Vinvin, because he's...
Yeah, I'm shaking Bellator.
Okay, alright.
I'll relay the information to Vinbin and say, can you find another eye?
I can try.
Please don't die.
Alright, Vinvin, so...
Or we'll cry.
It is your movement.
Pretty much doing the same thing, just trying to get them away from me as much as possible so they don't get near me enough. And
Okay.
I'm gonna try to look at another eyeball
Okay,
and
cool.
the statue that I grabbed.
So we're doing movement, action, then movement.
That's just more of my thought process, like where I'm gonna move to. Like I'm trying to find these 2 items and I want to go towards it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So let's see here. So these worm-riddled bodies, one of them attacks you for, let's see here, 17, and then for 14.
What? Is it uncanny dodge? Yeah, it's uncanny dodge for the 17. So it'll be halved.
Okay, cool. So the uncanny dodge, you're using that to reduce your The hit on you, correct?
Yeah, it makes it go half.
Okay, awesome.
So
Alright, so the right here, it's going to be 6, so you'll take 3 points of damage.
how much damage total do I take?
Just 3 from this one guy.
The rate's at 17. I must have misheard 7. I thought you said 17.
17 to hit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That was my bad. I thought I was 17 damage. I was like, damn.
No, you're good. No, so half of that is 3. So you got 3 against you. However, when he hits you, let's see here. You feel 2 worms drop onto you. Give me a
Cool.
dexterity saving throw.
18.
18, perfect. So as the worms drop on you, you shake them off. Another guy next to you is going to attack. It's going to be for 17. That one's going to be for 22. You will take 12 points of damage. And 2 more worms fly out on you. Please give me a dexterity saving throw.
That is at 21.
Perfect. So as these 2 come flying out at you, you bat them away quickly. It is now your turn. You have an action and bonus action, and more movement if you wish.
I'm gonna try to look around for the statue or an eye and try to like find a way out of here.
You have not dropped the statue in your hands.
Cool. I'm gonna try to find eye or something that looks like a way out that I can get, like another eye or something.
Okay, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
17.
17. You look around, you don't really see much of anything as in the way of an eye. The only eyes you see are partial eyes that are coming out of the worm-infested undead corpses that are shambling toward you.
So there's partial eyes, so like one eye is in the creatures fighting me.
Some of them. I mean, it varies really. Some of them have 2 eyes, some of them have 1 eye, some of them have no eyes.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
I'm going to try to like sleight of hand, take one of their fucking eyes and use it, put it on the statue.
Okay, sure. Just give me a sleight of hand check.
That is 32.
32, awesome. So yeah, you passed that. Now, roll the hit.
$22.
Perfect. So yes, you reach up and you snatch one of the eyes of the closest one to you. You have the eye in your hand.
I put it on the statue and see what happens.
Okay. You put the decayed eyeball on the statue and nothing happens.
I'm gonna relay a message to the team.
Okay.
Of like, I have an idea that can maybe get me out of here, or it's a dumb idea. I could take my own eye out and put it on the statue and maybe it teleports me back. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Maybe drop the statue?
Maybe. I'll try that first, and then if that doesn't work, I'll try to strip my own eye out, which I don't want to do.
You have movement left.
I do not blame you.
What's the stuff behind me? Is it just like blood?
Yes.
Is it steaming or anything, or just blood?
Nope. Just like coagulated blood. Just thick and murky. What you doing?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of where I should run to. If I could run to the, I think I might go just try to run to the top of the fucking skull light and see what happens.
Run to the skull in the middle.
Yes, with disengage.
You you already used your bonus action to speak, and you already used your action to pluck out their eyes. You do not have disengage.
A bonus action. I thought speak was just free move, free talk.
Nope, speak is a bonus action, my friend.
I'll just stay there. I can't do anything right now.
Okay. No movement. All right. Cool. So these guys move up. All right. You have movement again, Vin Bin. They have moved and now they have surrounded you.
I'm gonna move to the fucking castle light fucking shit. Of course, with disengage.
This is just the movement phase. You'll do the action and bonus phase next.
Honestly, you know that because I'm going to go through them.
Right.
I have big nimbleness, or whatever it's called, that I can get up to the, try to get onto the statue,
Okay.
to the light.
All right. Cool. So this is the way we can play it. We can either run. Since you want to do that, what we can do is we can run each turn first consecutively. We can do movement and action and bonus action consecutively, or we can run it so we do movement and then we do action, bonus action, then more movement. How do you want to run it? Because initially, if you go to move, you won't be using your action or your bonus action. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, I know because I'm going to go past their attack of opportunity. I just
Right.
don't want to get attacked. So I'm just saying, like, just disengage. So, because I can go through them because they're double my height.
Right.
My entire goal is just to get on top of the statue.
Okay. All right, cool. So, let's see here. All right. Well, what we can do is, so you want to use your movement and your action all at once, right? And your bonus
A
action.
bonus action, not my action, but bonus
Right.
action.
Okay. So what we'll do here in this case is we'll go turn by turn then. Is what we'll do. Because the movement action bonus movement is getting kind of skewed here at this point. You know, fuck it. If you want to move, well, because here's my dilemma, right? So my dilemma is that they all have higher rolls than you. So technically, if we do the movement phase, it'd be strictly movement. However, what you want to do is you want to do movement and use your bonus action at the same time, which means we would have to go back to turn base. So it'd be singular turns instead of all at once. Does that make sense?
To be honest, I don't care. I'm going to die anyway. And I'm also driving.
Okay. All right. So we'll do singular turns for this instance. All right. So they are going to attack you. It's 11, 16.
16 is my armor class.
Okay. So it scrapes your armor. They don't hit you. That one's 18. That one's 16. So the 18 hits. Are you using uncanny dodge?
If it's the only one that's hitting me right now, then yeah.
Yeah. So you'll take 3 points of damage, and you have 2 marks against your armor. 1 more mark, and it will be broken. Third guy is going to attack. He's got a 17, 13. He's got a 16, so that's another one against you. So your armor is torn to shambles. You're going to take another 6 points of damage. And then the last one that's around you has got a 13. This one got an 18. You will take an additional 6 points of damage. That is, let's see here. 1, 4. Give me a dexterity saving throw to dodge 6 worms. 19, perfect. So these worms come spurting out at you, and you just flap them away, and you hit them. You do have a total of 30 against you, and it is your turn. So you're gonna use dodge, and then you're gonna go in between them.
Yeah, and disengage and then go in between them to get
Oh
on
yeah,
top of that.
disengage. Okay, awesome. So you climb up on top of the skull. You're up on the skull.
I'm going to put down the statue on top of the light.
Okay, on top of the candle.
Yes.
Okay. You put the statue down on top of the candle, and it begins to sink inside of the pussy wax ichor. The flame slightly engulfs it, and you see it slowly sinking.
I'm also going to, if I can at the same moment, toss the soul trinket in to see if that does anything, like a sacrifice.
Okay. So you toss the soul trinket in, you see it splash into the pussy-like yellow ichor, and it too begins to sink.
That's all I do because I can't talk.
Okay. Alright, so we'll start back at the top. These guys will come up. They'll start climbing. Alright, they can't really do anything. They're in the middle of climbing up to you. It is your turn. The statue is sinking now. You see the top of the head, and that's about it.
I'm going to use my bars and fucking yell at the thing of like, what do you want? If you tell me what you want, I'll do it. Just fucking tell me what the fuck you want.
Okay. There's no reply. You have an action.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Okay. Alright, you sit there and think about that for a little bit. Bellator and the rest of you guys, what are you guys doing?
I guess I'll look down in the hole, see if I see anything else.
Is there anything else in the hole?
Okay, yeah. So you guys actually see that there's a book in there.
Someone want to use Mage Hand to get that out of there? So
I was gonna say,
grab the book.
I was gonna say, could I use Mage Hand to grab the book?
Okay, Wesley, did you just say I grabbed the book?
Before she does that, because the last time one of you got grabby hands, we had to do a whole session of countering a possession. So I'm going to immediately,
All right.
when they say, oh, there's a book here.
So you mage hand, you grab the book. It's old, it's dusty, it's leather bound, it's crumbling.
Is the leather human skin by chance?
Give me a give me a survival or give me a medicine check.
17.
No, it is demon skin.
Oh, even better.
Yes. Awesome. So
I'm almost certain that touching this would result in similar fates.
so you grab it. It doesn't have a lock on it or anything else like that. It's kind of a darker, a darker skinned book. What are you doing?
I'd like to know what the contents are, but I
Can
can't
you use
promise.
mage hand of like?
I was going to say
order
I
it?
can't promise the safety of the others in the room, so I'm going to go to the next room down.
Okay.
If there's nobody in there. If there's somebody that lives in there, I'm not gonna.
No, you're good. You go to the next room down.
Alright, I'm gonna set the book on the table,
Okay.
and I'm gonna set the book on the table. I'm gonna go back into the other room. I'm gonna say, if you don't hear from me in 5 minutes, assume the worst.
Okay. Cool. So you can go back in.
Alright, and then I'm gonna use Mage Hand to flick the book open.
Okay. You flick
Actually, I'm gonna use Thaumaturgy to flick the book open.
Okay. The book flops open. Nothing happens.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick glance without touching the book. I'm gonna glance at what the page says and see if I can read it.
Okay.
I can read Infernal. I can read and speak Infernal.
Okay, awesome. You land on page 16, and you can read any kind of script.
Right.
It is actually written in Abyssal.
Oh, lovely.
Right. Page 16 seems to be some sort of sermon of Orcus and the undead. It doesn't seem like it's more like a history lesson rather than anything else.
Rather than a spell book or something.
Right. Why don't you give me an investigation check?
All right. It's an 11.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, so an 11. All right, so you flip through the pages a little bit with your mage hand. It's just more bullshit. Some of them seem like they're kind of distorted rituals that you don't really understand. Nothing too crazy. It's more or less just like raising the dead or speaking with the dead.
Nothing too crazy. Raising the dead.
Raising the dead.
Gotcha.
Speaking to the dead, stuff like that. But other than that, you don't really find anything in this particular situation that that derives towards Vinbin's situation.
Can I make either an Arcana check or a Religion check to see if touching this book with my hand will curse me?
Okay, yeah, I would definitely say that's an Arcana check. Go ahead.
All right, that is a 22.
A 22. It gives off a powerful magical aura. However, you don't sense any magical traps about it. It doesn't seem like it's like shebang, gotcha, you know.
Ha, gotcha. All right, I'm gonna carefully close the book with my hand and pick it up.
Okay, you close the book with your hand and you pick it up.
All right, I'm gonna walk back into the other room.
Okay.
So my hunch was not quite as correct as I'd hoped. This is more of a history book and like a low-level necromancy how-to guide, essentially. Definitely not something you want to see in a servant's quarters in the royal castle, that's for sure. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to help us get to our friend.
Does anybody else want to take a crack at the book?
I want to take a crack at the book.
I'll hand it over.
All right,
Wish you the best of luck.
roll me an investigation check.
12.
12. Same thing. You kind of rummage through it. What Bellator was saying was correct. It's a bunch of low-level spells. You kind of see a couple of things that are high level, but nothing absurd. You know, nothing like going between dimensions. Ragnar, you want to give a crack at it?
Why not?
All right. Wait, can you read Abyssal? Wait, Carrie Weston, you can read Abyssal, right? Or is it just Infernal?
I know I have Infernal.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just Infernal.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't know anything, anyways. All right. So you guys look at the book. Do you know Abyssal, Ragnar?
No.
Okay, yeah. So you wouldn't know anything either. Yeah. So it's just a bunch of garbled bullshit to you. Vinbin, have we decided what we're doing?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What are we doing?
I'm breaking the soul tree and ask the question. I can break it no matter where his location is at. As long as it's near me, I believe what I read.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him no.
What are you asking her?
How do I get out of here?
Let's see how she responds. She begins laughing hysterically. And she says, "You get out by pulling out one of your own eyes, but he will always, always see you."
I don't give a fuck. Pull out my own eye.
Okay, this is gonna be a pretty high Constitution roll. All right, so you pull out. Give me a Constitution roll with disadvantage.
7.
7? Alright, so you go to pull out your eye, but you just can't quite get yourself to do it. You got your fucking fingers around your eyeball. You can't quite bring yourself to do it. These guys keep moving up. Why are all these guys gone all of a sudden? These guys are climbing up onto the skull actively. This one right here, number 7, is going to take a swipe at you with disadvantage. He got a 3. It is your turn, Vinbin. You want to try to rip out your eyeball again?
I want to do some shenanigans. I don't know if you'll let me.
Okay.
I want one of the creatures that attack me, like, move perfectly, so when they do, they take and rip my eye out for me.
I don't know how that'll work. I mean, what are you doing? Like leaning your face forward?
Yeah, I was gonna try, like as they attack,
Are you-
dodge perfectly to, like, have them, like, hit or, like, get me in the eye and, like, rip my eye out.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Okay, instead of actively trying to rip your eye out?
Yeah, instead of, like, yeah, so, like, they're trying to rip my eye out, pretty much. Like, they're coming at me, and they get mine and rip it out. I pretty much use my dex to try to, like, do it so they can, like, rip it out for me instead of me, like, own body trying not to do it.
Okay. Sure. I think we can do this, but the way that I'm going to say this is that when they reach out to you, you lean forward and grab their wrist and put it on your face.
That's fine.
Okay.
You're making them rip your eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have shitty con, I'm not
That's
gonna get
that's kind of big brain, Jordan. I like it.
Okay, so he got
Mind over here.
he got a 2 with disadvantage. Why don't you roll me? Let's just say that was a ready action. All right, so you make him auto hit you, I guess.
Yeah, and I was going to say use my dex so it just gets my eye and, like, nothing else to, like.
Well, I mean, I can't I can't really feasibly say that you're controlling every single one of his fingers with your dexterity. Like I can say that you lean forward and grab his wrist and put it on like your eyeball or like your hand, but they're normal sized people. Their hand's gonna fill up like the entirety of your face.
It's more of like
Unless
don't
you're
get
taking
nailed,
his finger
but
and
they only
poking
get
your own eye.
everything
I don't.
but the eye when they grab an eye out. I know it sounds weird. It's hard to explain over the phone.
No, I mean I get what you're saying, but the feasibility is 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 pretty out there. But we will. Why don't you roll me a d20 and add your dex to it?
Just Dex, no proficiency, just Dex.
Nope. Yeah, just dex. Add your dex to the roll.
21.
21. Okay, fine. So when he goes to attack you, you grab his hand and you put it on your eyeball. And he claws at your eye, but he also claws at the rest of your face as well. You will take, let's see here. You will take 6 points of damage, totaling in 36 against you. But he does rip out your eye.
Cool. Take the fucking eye. I was like, hey, here's a sacrifice. Fuck off.
Okay. Yeah. Give me another dexterity. A dexterity check. Give me a sleight of hand check.
30.
30. All right. Perfect. So you grab the eye. So you have the eye in your hand. Alright. These guys are crawling up. They are now on top of the skull.
I say, this is a sacrifice. What do you want me to do with it?
You do not get a response.
I grab the fucking statue from in the wax. I don't care if it does damage. Grab the goddamn statue.
Alright, so you do not see the top of the statue any longer.
Oh, I don't care. I'm grabbing the statue. I said I don't care. I'm grabbing the statue.
Alright, so you're gonna stick your whole hand in there? Your whole arm?
Yeah.
Okay. So you plunge your arm in there, and a burning sensation starts immediately eating away at your skin. Give me dexterity at disadvantage.
$16.
Perfect. You had to beat a 14. Awesome. You feel it. Beyond the burning, you grasp it and you pull it out. What are you doing?
Put the eye on top of the statue.
Alright, you put the eye on top of the statue. You put the bloody eye in the hands of Orcus, and you immediately vanish.
Cool. Where am I now?
Now you're in a deeper part of the abyss. I'm just joking. You are back with your buds.
Do I look like shit?
Yes, you do. You have an eye. Your eyeball is ripped out, and your arm has melted down nearly to the bone with bits and pieces of flesh hanging off of it. But you're holding the statue in your hand. The eyeball on it shrivels up into a black raisin. You continue to hold it. Well, no, let's just say you drop the statue because you don't have any more tendons or nerves in your arm.
I just look pissed.
Sweet Jesus, man, are you all right?
You will
Fuck
take.
no.
Hold on.
I'm going to immediately dump 5d6 healing into him
All right. He takes 8.
as soon as I see him.
8 acid damage. 36 plus 8. Wait, what? So that's a total of 44 against you, Vinbin. And how much healing are you giving to him?
Another 22.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. So you have...
Can I see, is he like physically still covered in acid or something?
Yes, acid is still burning to his bones, yes.
I'm going to I'm going to pull out my dagger, and I'm just going to try to cut his arm off. Because I don't have anything. This is like my first reaction. This is a battlefield amputation. That I'm trying to do.
Before that happens, can I try like doing water whip to just walk it off, not to actually attack, but just like, or
Sure.
use my cauldron to like
I am
dump
still
clean water on him?
I'm still holding his arm, and I've got my dagger ready, just looking at Karoessa.
Is anybody gonna ask Vinbin permission to do this?
No, fuck no.
I'm just looking like I just don't give a fuck.
He's missing most of his arm.
So
I don't
Vin,
give a fuck. My character doesn't even give a fuck. He just looks like he wants to kill someone. It's like, I hate this.
he's just in shock. Okay, well, give me a cost.
Kind of, yeah. You just standing there like, go fuck yourself, all of this entire situation.
All right, yeah, Karoessa, roll to hit with advantage, I guess.
$18.
18.
I just want to pour water on him.
Okay, so yeah, well, I mean, you could use the cauldron for that. But yeah, the water whip.
Yeah, I'm using the cauldron.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing water whip. All right, cool. So the cauldron, yeah. So you pour water over it. You see some of the ichor and stuff like that kind of slop off, like fat, like slugs, kind of. Just because it's really thick, waxy, like pus acid. There's still a little bit on there. Bellator, you take your knife and you kind of scrape off the rest of it. What are you guys doing now?
Got a question for the world. Are
Sure.
there like robots or shit? Something like have like a press jack arm?
Yes, there are warforged. Yep.
I'm gonna say I need a new fucking arm.
Are we amputating this arm off, or are we gonna keep it?
Is it still boiling?
No, but it is. There's tendons that are melted. He has no feeling in it. It's literally just limp. You're just like kind of holding it up. The very edge.
While holding his arm, I'm going to look him in his remaining eye, and I'm going to say, "I do this for you, friend." And then I'm just gonna.
Okay.
One eye, just give him like a little nod, like do it.
All right.
I'm gonna cut the arm.
Give me a strength check.
I mean, it's not melting anymore. We don't have to Aaron Ralston the situation.
I mean, it's gonna be just dead weight at
We
this
could
point.
It
It was a nat 20. It was a nat 20 minus 19.
Awesome. Awesome. Sweet. So you bring your blade down and just lop off his arm right up by the shoulder where there's frayed, cindered flesh that has just like melted in on itself like skin that's just been burned for hours, and you just cut it off right there. There's no blood. There's no nothing. The black arm. Yeah, the black arm and stuff like that just falls off, and it is on the ground.
I grab Bellator by the shirt, just like with the one remaining hand I have left. I'm like, I need a new fucking arm, and I walk away.
I agree. You do need a new fucking arm.
And as you turn to walk away, you fall down and pass out.
Can I try to catch him? Because I'm pretty close to the door here.
Sure, give me a dexterity check.
That's an 8.
All right, so yeah. So he goes, well, actually, you were up here with him, so Karoessa was like right here, and you were right there. So he goes to walk away, and as you go to catch him, you know, he fucking falls through your arms a little bit, but you slow him down enough to where you kind of rest him on the ground really quickly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got blood, you know, trickling out of his eye and stuff like that that you had healed. That is no longer bleeding.
He's no longer bleeding, so he's no longer actively bleeding.
Right,
Okay, cool.
that all stopped when you healed him.
Okay, I was gonna start cauterizing things.
Yeah, no. So he definitely, he's been through it. So he's actively passed the fuck out. The statue's on the ground. The raisin-like eye is kind of like on the ground next to it as well. What are we doing from here?
I'm going to attempt to get him back up to the. I'm gonna get him to a bed in the
Okay.
king's quarters. I don't want to just drop him off in this room. I want to get him up to the place where we've been staying.
Okay, cool. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Got a question. When you take into the room, do the gifts see this? Do like Captain Poe see all this?
Yes, the gifts do. They do when they're walking by. It's late at night. It's only a few patrol though, but Captain Poe himself does not see it as he's out by the gate. But a few of the patrol guards do see this. Yes. Kuessa, Ragnar, what are you guys doing? Hello.
Kind of hate to leave that statue there.
Yeah.
There was a black cloth that it was wrapped in, and
Yeah.
it didn't transport him until he actually touched the statue itself, right?
Right. Well, I believe. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Then I want to take the black cloth and wrap it around the statue and
Okay.
avoid touching the statue.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that. You pick the statue up. It's wrapped in the black cloth.
And then I guess I'm gonna put it like tie it with string so it's not going to off, and then I'm gonna put it in my bag of holding.
Okay. Perfect. It's in your bag of holding. Ragnar, what are you doing? Did we lose Matt?
I also want a point of getting the book too.
Yeah. So you grab the book up as well.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So you put the book in there. Matt, are you doing anything? We can't hear you, bro. Nope. At least I can't. I didn't know if you were talking this whole time or what. I see your thing.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
We
I
see
can't hear him either.
Yeah. I wonder if he was saying stuff this whole time.
Oh yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, me neither.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
There you are.
Good. Fuck.
Were you talking that whole time? No, yeah, you weren't coming through at all.
Well, yeah, I was just wanted to see if there was anything else in the hole. I don't know what else to do at this point.
Yeah, no, you go out into the hallway. Give me a perception check.
15.
15? Okay, awesome. Yeah, you see somebody pass by up to the north as you look around.
Do I recognize them?
15. You know it's a Loxodon.
Oh, that's. We haven't seen any other Luxodons. We're supposed to be looking for a Luxodon, aren't we? Well, at least the GIF are. Weird. I'll relay that to the group that I saw a Luxodon.
Okay.
I know we're trying to keep an eye out for the professor from Strix.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna go investigate. See if I can go up and ask some questions.
Okay. So you go up the hallway. You see the back of the Loxodon right up here. You chase after her, and yeah, she turns around. She's like, "Yes."
Excuse me. You wouldn't happen to be the professor from Strixhaven, would you? We're supposed to be keeping an eye out for a Lady Luxodon.
Yeah, I am.
Ah, did the gift find you yet, Captain Poe?
Yes, I just came through the gate. He said to come down
very
here.
Good.
Uh-huh. And who are you?
We work with the king, and we've been working with Poe as well. We're trying to secure some dark magics going on in a room that belonged to a servant.
Oh, dark magics.
Um,
Yeah, that's rough stuff. Yeah, I know all about
uh,
that stuff.
is that why Poe sent you down here, was to help us out?
No, no. He sent me down here so I could get a bed and sleep.
Ah, well, do you mind looking at something for us real quick? We got some demon skin bound book and a
Sure. Do you have
statue
any
that
food on
teleported
you?
our friend away.
I'm
I
awfully
do.
hungry.
Come with me. Oh, we'll stop by the kitchen real quick, and I'll whip her up something real fast.
Sure. And who did you say you were again?
My apologies. Ragnar Frostbeard, of the Spears of the King's Light. We are a group of mercenaries currently under hire by, well, the king and as well the world. We have a mission of utmost importance that we must get to as soon as we solve these issues here.
Oh yeah, sure. What do we have in here? What the fuck?
This is my kitchen. I've been cooking for all the people. So let me whip you up some hearty porridge or oatmeal or something.
Sure. So she
Well,
kind
I'll
of sits
give-
back. She's like, "So what did you want me to look at?"
There's in one of the rooms down the hall,
Mm-hmm.
we come upon a statue that teleported our friend to a room with blood and worm people, and now he's missing an arm. And we found a book that is like an occult how-to for servants of Orcus.
Do you have the book on you?
No, it's in the other room.
Oh.
Well, you requested something to eat, so I figured since I'm asking a favor of you,
Sure.
I could do something for you as well. So
Absolutely.
I figured I'd get you some food and then we'd head over there if you didn't mind.
Yeah. So you get done cooking the food and stuff like that. She picks it up and she kind of like eats it. And she's like, "Okay, show me where the book's at." And she's like eating it, like ready to walk and eat at the same time.
Hell yeah! I take her to the room.
Okay. Okay, well, so you see these two come in. This locks it on, and she kind of smiles at you with a mouthful of food, and she nods at you and kind of squints her eyes like she's saying hi. She's like, "So, where's the book? Is this right here?" And she kind of walks over. "No, that's a diary." And she kind of sets her bowl of food down.
Now, where's Bellator? Where'd he go?
I believe Carawessa has the book.
Bellator took, I have the book.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind.
So,
yeah.
I take the book and I hand it to her.
Okay.
After kind of like glancing at Ragnar for, I take it then you are Professor Lachille? I remember them talking about her.
Oh yeah. I'm Professor Lachille. Yeah, I work at Strixhaven. I came over here with the gift. We're doing some very important stuff. But you know, the Flaming Fist rescued me and they brought me back. I was out shopping. You know how it goes.
They have been immeasurably helpful.
Yes, they have. It's pretty good. They're a rough bunch, but I mean, I'm used to it. Ah, yes. Let me take a look at this book. Yeah, this is some pretty low-level stuff. It gets progressively more and more though as you flip through the pages. Hold on. 15, 16, 18. Let me look at my notes real quick. Alright, perfect. So she flips through it for a little bit. She's like, "Yeah, there's nothing really in here as far as I see. I'll have to look. I'm really tired. I'll have to look at it. You mind if I hold on to this book?"
Of course, madam. And I bow.
Oh, you don't have to bow. That's silly. I'm just a professor. It's unless it's your custom. Is it your custom? I don't know. Either way, you don't have to bow. That's fine. But he said there was a statue?
I also have that. I reach in my
Oh, no.
my bag and
I don't want
pull
to
it
touch
out
it.
wrapped.
No, I don't want to touch it. No, go ahead and put it back. Well, I'll look at it later. Especially when I have a little bit of sleep. I'm very, very tired. Yes, I will read the book as much as I can. And, hey, you guys have breakfast and stuff set up here? You guys do breakfast all together, or does everybody just kind of get their own breakfast?
We usually have breakfast in the mornings. We bring it up to the food
Oh,
hall.
thank God for that. All right, yeah. So I will see you guys at breakfast in the morning. Hopefully, I'll have a little bit of something more for you. Okay. All right, that's nice. Um, I'm just gonna stay in the top left corner over here. Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you again,
Yep.
madam.
Uh-huh.
We will
All right.
see you in the morning.
Thank you very much.
And she kind of leaves, and she comes up, kind of stays there. Bellator, you rest Vin Bin down in the bed upstairs. Um, you guys. You put him in.
Before I put him directly on the bed, can I set him on one of the couches and check the sheets to
Yeah.
make sure nobody had poisoned them?
Yeah.
He's gone through enough today. Our boy's gone through enough today.
Right? Give me an investigation. Our boy's gone through enough today.
18.
18, perfect. Yeah, you rummage through the sheets. They're already kind of messed up. Then you remember that KOS had come over and checked them earlier. But you go through them thoroughly again, and you remake the entire bed under the comfort of knowing that these are clean sheets.
And then I'm going to put him on the bed.
Yep. You go over and pick him up. You put him on the bed.
And I'm just going to sit on that couch that I set him on, and I'm just going to watch him. And
All right.
I'm gonna start praying to Nike for protection and
Okay.
to try to see if we can't do something about getting him fixed up, and just kind of talking about how fucked up the day was.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go through what the day was. I got attacked at the beach pit, went through the toilet, jumped through there, then got teleported to a different dimension, then got my arm and eye ripped off.
Well, your arm wasn't ripped off. I very directly cut it off.
Yeah, that's true.
Have any of you guys played Battlefield 4's campaign?
No.
I have, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember when the commander gets crushed under the cement? He goes, "It's just a tube of toothpaste. Just cut it off." That was kind of my thought process there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of a brutal,
Just staying there pissed.
a brutal day for you, Vin Ben. You first got muffed up by the assassin, or the drow, and then yeah. So we'll end it here, guys. We'll pick back up at 1:30 next Sunday.
Woot woot.
And then I should have these, an episode when you guys first started going to the training grounds and battling each other. I don't know what happened. I don't think I hit the record on that one. I just streamed it. So that one was lost. However, I did get the awesome part where you guys were finally battling it out at the end. So I'm going to upload that one, and then I'll upload this one as well to YouTube. So you guys, if you guys need to go back and kind of look over some stuff, you guys can.
Sweet.
Awesome, guys. All right, we'll see you guys next week at 1:30 on Sunday.
Woo! Yes, have a
Perfect.
good
See you then.
day.
Good game.
All right.
Yes, thank you guys.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Have a
Bye.
good day,
Bye.
Zach. I'm
Bye.
gonna send you the